Welcome to podcasts recorded live at the Center for Spiritual Living in Portland, Oregon. We have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center and its video podcasts, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.
Wonderful. Thank you. Good morning and welcome to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living Facebook Live service. We are a science of mind community that teaches spiritual principles to transform your life and make the world a better place. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. All we ask is that you stay open to the possibility of changing your entire life simply by changing your mind. My name is Catherine Richer. I serve as one of the licensed practitioners on the Center's ecclesiastical team. It is my honor to welcome you. If you are new to the Center, I invite you to find out more about us on our website at www.cslportland.org. Under the About Us menu, tab, you'll find a ton of information about who we are, what we stand for, and how we might serve you. The website also has details about the various activities at the center, and you can sign up to receive a weekly email listing of our events and services. I'd like to highlight several announcements now. One is that our Sunday services continue on Facebook Live at 11 a.m. They are also on YouTube and podcast. Everything that I'll speak to now is using right technology of Zoom and is on Pacific Daylight Time. Wednesday night meditation this week at 7 p.m. is done by licensed practitioner Kate Barrett, who is leading the meditation entitled Living in a Yellow Submarine, which is a Beatles-inspired meditation. Could have a little background music on that. Friday is lunch with Reverend Larry at 1:30. We also have online Zoom groups for our Social Justice Book Club and 12-step program for women. We have some very exciting spring term distance learning offerings that are open for registration on our website now. They include a certificated class and a spiritual mind treatment workshop. Here's a brief description of both. One is called Revealing Wholeness, and this is co-facilitated by licensed practitioners Kate Barrett and Kathy Batten. This will be on 5 weeks, Thursday evenings, May 20th through June 17. Those are from 6 to 9 p.m. This particular course expands your current knowledge of science of mind principles and practices through study of the mind-body connection. The class is based on spiritual principles as well as current research in the scientific fields of medicine and quantum physics. The second is the Spiritual Mind Treatment Workshop, and this is facilitated by Reverend Marilyn Sprague. There are 2 sessions, Saturdays, May 8th and May 22nd. These are from 1 to 3 p.m. Spiritual Mind Treatment is renowned for its transformational power to reveal greater good in seeming appearances of lack. In this 2-part workshop, an easy-to-use method for moving from an undesired condition to naming and claiming greater good through spiritual mind treatment is introduced. And this is an applied learning workshop, so you choose your area of focus, and then you'll be walked through the process of creating a 5-step spiritual mind treatment. A couple teachings for you just within the descriptions of the classes. I encourage you to register for those. Also, suggestion to mark your calendar for Sunday, April 25th at 12:30 p.m. is our annual business meeting. Everyone is welcome to join us, and members will vote on a slate of board candidates, and we will also hear a full financial report and a program update. Of course, this will again be on Zoom, teleconferencing technology, and all is at Pacific Daylight Time. This time I'd like to ask Reverend Marilyn up to make the couple of announcements. World Laughter Day event and Go for Joy.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Since 1998, the first Sunday in May, which is May 3rd this year, is designated as International Laughter Day. And this happy event promotes therapeutic laughter programs designed to get people laughing just for the fun of it. And PCSL is celebrating this global event with a Go for Joy virtual laughter fest. Everyone is welcome to join us for an hour of laughter to uplift our spirit and enhance our health and well-being. It's free. Complimentary tickets are available for registration now at cslportland.org, and you'll receive the Zoom link upon registration. And we're keeping the momentum going with this Go for Joy as we launch our virtual Mirth and Merriment outreach ministry with Mirific Mondays with Reverend Marilyn. It's a 6-week pilot, begins on Monday, May 10th, and concludes Monday, June 14th. These happy hours are from 4:30 to 5:30 Pacific Daylight Time. They're free, and the Zoom link is sent upon registration. So you might be asking, why laughter? Why now? And with so many people experiencing loss, isolation, and uncertainty throughout the global pandemic, this is a day plus a series of 6 happy hours where everyone can set aside their troubles and make laughing their top priority. Laughter is a part of our body's natural healing process. It's an opportunity to come together in virtual community, to laugh for health and peace. And as all of our voices join together in good-hearted laughter, we send a message to the world that we can learn to lighten up, be more forgiving, more compassionate, more considerate, less angry, less fearful, less violent, less competitive, more loving, and more laughter-filled. So please join us for Sunday, May 3rd, World Laughter Day, our Go for Joy virtual Laughter Fest, as well as our Mirific Mondays with Reverend Marilyn, a 6-week program that is designed to have you laughing for the fun of it.
Thank you. That sounds like a lot of fun. And I wonder if maybe you're looking for a dose of inspiration every morning. You can sign up for our free program called 365 Ernest Holmes. And you'll receive a daily Ernest Holmes affirmation sent directly to your email. They feature a lovely background and reflective material presented by Reverend Larry. To sign up for this, go to our website at cslportland.org/365. The affirmation is also posted to our social media accounts every day. Our beautiful flowers are courtesy of Kat Jacobs. And today, our special music is provided by LaRhonda Steele and features backup by our Fabulous Friends Band. And at this point, LaRhonda has a special announcement.
Thank you, Catherine. Yes, I do. They are here. Woohoo! I gotta figure out which camera it's on, but our CD is here, and it is finished from our love offering concert that the Friends Band and myself put together as a love offering for the Center for Spiritual Living. And so they are available. Thanks to Mr. Jim Bowie, our sound technician. They sound amazing. And thanks to everyone who was involved, Ken Brewer, Jim Solberg, Don Schultz. It has my name on here first, but it is certainly a group effort, and I am very proud of it. So you can order them pretty soon. I think you can order them. So just contact the center online. Thank you.
Thank you, LaRhonda. So I invite you now to sit back and relax, because I know that somewhere between the music, the meditation, and the message is exactly what your heart has come to receive, and especially the message that will be provided by Reverend Marilyn Sprague on Limitless Possibilities.
Is breathing us, bringing our awareness to right here, right now. We enter our sacred time of meditation together. We sing. God is, I am right here. Right now, right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am. God is, I am. Right here, right now. Right here, right now. God is, I am.
There is one and only one, and it is all that there is. All that is seen and unseen, all that has been, all that is, and all that is to come. It is the same one thing. It is the one power back of all of life. It is the one presence within everything, the life force, the energy, the breath, the essence. It is the one infinite intelligence, the perfect creation and creator, the backbone, the blueprint of all of life, all of wisdom, all of the one thing. This one thing called life. This one thing that loves and revels in expressing itself in, through, and as everything, all of creation, every situation, every person, every flower, every process, every speck of this universe and this beautiful cosmos sparkling in individualized ways. Every planet, star, grain of sand, everything, infinite, grand, all individual expressions of life, of this one thing, one source. And I know that this means me. I know that I am an individualized and unique presence and embodiment of life, of source. And as this is the truth of me, I know it is true of everyone, everywhere, always. And so I speak my word for and about everyone. Everyone here expressing perfectly for this service to unfold in perfection and power and grace and glory, the music, the message, the technology, all perfect. And everyone participating, everyone listening. Everyone is a perfect, unique, here by divine appointment, expression of life itself, a one-time around only way for consciousness to experience itself in, through, and as them. And what a joy, what a gift this is. And knowing this to be the truth of who everyone is, I speak my word for and about them, affirming that just as the cosmic unfoldment of spring is occurring, that unfoldment is within them. That same power, that same presence and wisdom that guides everything into unfoldment and beauty and fragrance is within them. That power to create is who they are, to create their lives exactly how they feel impelled and compelled to do from that place of wisdom within them. That their reliance on their inner wisdom and infinite intelligence is that which propels the creative force. and all of the universes and angels and archangels and all beings of good and great and imagination and creativity rush in and bring those dreams to life. And so I affirm for them a knowing of that power to create their lives, of that wisdom and intelligence in them to guide them every single step of the beautiful paved way. I am so grateful to know the truth that this is how it works, the creative law. And in that gratitude, I release my word into the cosmic womb of infinite potential and possibility that always, always says yes. My beloved, you are my beloved. It is indeed done unto you, with you, and for you, as you believe. And so it is with absolute conviction and directed faith that I simply let it be. I allow it to be. And we say together, and so it is. And as you steep in the silence of your beautiful soul, I invite you to feel yourself in full bloom.
We welcome you back from the silence. Today's featured music guest is our own Jim Solberg. We'll be singing a song written by Mr. Ken Brewer this morning.
Everything you need, it's already inside of you. Open the door to your heart, and God will provide for you. You have everything you need. The answers are all right in front of you. All you need is to believe. If you visualize it, you will realize it. Don't be afraid to rise up to your dream. You have everything you need. a mountain. You don't have to climb the sea. Oh, no. You don't have to hold on. You don't have to hold back. Just let go and let your love flow free. You have everything you need. It's already inside of you. Open the door to your heart. And God will provide for you. You have everything you need. You have everything you need. It's already inside of you. Open the door to your heart. God will provide for you. You have everything you need. Yeah. You have everything you need.
Thank you, Friends Band. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, LaRhonda. Thank you, Catherine. Mercy, we are invited to feel in full bloom and to be reassured that we have everything we need. It's already inside of us. I mean, could life get any better? So happy Sunday, everyone. Thank you for choosing to be here and join us on our Facebook Live service. And a heartfelt thank you for choosing Portland Center for Spiritual Living as your source of spiritual inspiration today. You know, last week, Reverend Larry launched our new series for the month on featuring the book Dream Big by Bob Goff. It's about know what you want, why you want it, and what you're going to do about it. And he did give us a homework assignment. We were strongly encouraged to go to the website and download 2 worksheets. One, who am I? And the other, where am I? Well, I have to say that I thought I understood words attributed to Socrates, the great ancient Greek philosopher. An unexamined life is not worth living. I mean, after all, in ministerial school, we take philosophers of the West, and we learn a practice called explanation de text, where we take all these philosophies and we're told, just say what's there. Not your opinions, just what's there. Well, I have to say that Reverend Larry's assignment brought forth the requirement to just say what's there, but he also encouraged us to do it with compassion and not judgment. So I'm saying if you haven't done that homework assignment, I encourage you to do so. And for those of us who did do the assignment, you may be joining me with a feeling of what I like to call divine discontent. And that is that there are some areas in life where it's a not exactly. And that is the perfect place to start, for Ernest Holmes says it's unscientific to try to start someplace else. So we begin right where we are, and that is the focus of today, beginning right where we are with the message of limitless opportunities. And we're going to address 3 questions, because last week we looked at who am I and where am I. This week we're going to look at what do I wish to experience. In that discussion, we'll look at the origin of desire and that it is legit. And we'll have a fun activity called Name It and Claim It. We're also going to look at what do I do with the life I currently have. And this is an invitation where we get to choose what stays and what needs to go. And finally, we're going to look at, am I willing to see possibilities in all things? So we'll look at the difference between probability and possibility, and also a sweet little process of changing one letter in a word that shifts us from adversity to triumph. So let's get started. What do I wish to experience? First, I want to say that in terms of the origin of desire, a heartfelt desire is not wishy-washy. It is not hopeful thinking. It is not wishing and hoping for change. It is based in law. It's spiritually principled. Ernest Holmes tells us that desire is the voice of spirit in you, trying to indicate that the thing you desire is already on its way to you. It is a divine urge, which, operating as law, produces energy. And energy must find an outlet. So in essence, our heartfelt desire is God wanting to express more of itself in, through, and as each of our life in a unique and individualized way. Our heartfelt desires are principle-centered, based in law, and divinely legit. And our author tells us that there's great benefit in having clarity on our heartfelt desires. What he says is that when we are clear about what we do want, what is our desire, we feel powerful and we start to get enthusiastic and excited about possibilities. And this releases more positive energy, and we start gaining momentum in the direction of the fulfillment of our desire. So how do I get clear on what it is that I wish to desire? Well, I have a personal experience I want to share with you. About 12 years ago, when I left North Carolina, I ended up in Colorado Springs. And then I went to Fort Collins, and I circled back to Colorado Springs just before I launched on the final quest to the west here in the Pacific Northwest. Well, the 1 month I stayed in Colorado Springs just before I came here to Portland Center for Spiritual Living, there was a special program called Tuesdays with Reverend Wanda, and this was Reverend Wanda Gentili, a former senior spiritual leader at Colorado Center for Spiritual Living. And at this first Tuesday with Reverend Wanda that I attended, she handed out a blank piece of paper and she instructed us to fold it in half. And on one side to write the word what, and on the other side to write the word how. And then she told us, please turn your page to the what side and begin writing. Well, you see, I was so excited about this process, and I had my paper open like this because I thought, wow, as I'm writing my what, I'm going to get inspired about ideas for how to do this, and I need to have that space available. And so I opened my page. Reverend Wanda was resolute in her instructions, and she said, Marilyn, turn to the what? Well, I did. So I started writing my whats. When everyone was finished with writing their what, she passed out red markers. And she said, now please turn your page to the how side. And she said, please draw a red X through the how, and then write, not my job, God's job. Well, I was new to Science of Mind. I didn't quite understand that concept. But this is how spiritual principle works. Our job is the what. We have the seed of that heartfelt desire, and we place it into the law. We nurture it. We allow Spirit to inspire us to take action as we're nurturing this seed, and we let Spirit allow it to emerge through us. Spirit does the work. Spirit brings all of these divine coincidences, all the right people, all the right resources, if we let Spirit, if we surrender our will and allow Spirit to do its job. So I encourage you, go back. If you haven't done the who am I, where am I activity, please do that, because we start where we are and then we get clear on what it is we desire. An unexamined life is not worth living. So we need to know who am I and where am I, and then clarify, and what is my heartfelt desire. So I'm already introducing part of our at-home assignment for this week, and that is, if you haven't done Reverend Larry's activity, which is the Who Am I and Where Am I worksheets, please do that. And then take time this week to do this activity. And please follow the resolute directions of Reverend Wanda Gentili, and that is fold your paper in half, turn to the what side, and simply write what it is you desire in your life. Health, wealth, relationships, career, anything else. Write what it is, your heartfelt desire that you wish to experience. And when you're finished, turn to the other side, get a red marker, and put a great big X through it. Don't even think of going into the how, and put, not my job, God's job. So that's, what do I wish to experience? Well, then that moves us to our second question of, what do I do with the life I currently have? I mean, obviously, we all have experiences. We've all had careers and relationships. And right now in our life, our plate may be full. So we have to ask ourselves, what do I do with the life I currently have? And in this area, our author gives us great guidance in terms of saying, you are always at choice to decide what's next. You are always at choice to decide what's next. So we get to choose of that which is in our life right now, what's a keeper and what needs to go. Now, what's a keeper, I think you'll have great clarity if you do the worksheet that Reverend Larry has encouraged us to do and identify the what I desire. I think you'll begin to find that you have more strengths, more abilities, more skills, more talent, and there's more good in your life than you ever imagined already. And from that base, you continue with the things that are moving you forward in the direction of your dream. But I want to spend some time on what needs to go, because our author calls them obstacles, and he calls them inner and outer obstacles. And one of the things that he talked about was beliefs. And as I was reading through his book this week, I had thoughts of Reverend Lynn Johnson, the late Reverend Lynn Johnson, who was our immediate past senior minister here at Portland Center for Spiritual Living, and she was also my mentor minister in practitioner training. And at the time that I was going through practitioner training, she gave me some very profound and sage advice. She said, Marilyn, when someone comes to me for spiritual counseling, she said, I let them know that they get to tell their story one time. They get to tell their story one time. And she said, before they start their story, I ask them, are you willing to let this go if you share it this one time? And she said, if the answer is no, I'm not available to listen. She said, because nothing's going to change. And this philosophy is too empowering and too profound to allow someone to continue to tell the same old story that they've been clinging to and attached to forever. She said, no, my job is to help someone embrace this philosophy and release that which is not working and plant a new seed. And she said, if the answer is yes, she said, I give them all the time in the world to tell that story one more time in all of its infinite detail, with as much conviction, with as much feeling as they desire. And she said, and then, if ever they come back for spiritual counseling and they start to tell that same old story, she said, we have a commitment that you've made to yourself. Not me. You've made it to yourself. And that is that you're willing to give up this story. So I ask, this is another part of homework, what story needs to be released in your life? Our author tells us we all have them. We're not unique in this area. It could be that we've told ourselves we're too old, that it's just part of the natural aging process. I'm not smart enough. I'm not attractive enough. I don't live in the right community. These opportunities no longer exist for me. Or maybe I missed the one opportunity that was available to me to go forward in my dream. I'm like, whatever the story is, our author tells us, be willing to let it go. And as Reverend Lynn taught me, be willing to share it one more time and then let it go. And then the author also said there's another area, and that's about stuff, things, and relationships. Well, it reminded me of my mother. She had a reoccurrence of breast cancer, and at the time that she and my father were moving into an assisted living facility, I was helping them downsize. Now, my mother was a very religious woman. She converted from being a Mennonite to a Catholic in order to marry my father. And for years, I remember in one of her bureau drawers, she had this picture of the Pope. I don't remember what Pope it was, but it was, wrapped in that special kind of tissue, and it was everything was very straight. Well, here I am helping her clean out drawers, and all of a sudden I noticed she just picked up this picture and just put it in the trash pile. And I went, Mom, your picture of the Pope. And she looked at me and she goes, honey, that was then, this is now. Well, recently I had my own that was then, this is now experience. I have been cleaning out my apartment. I mean, I have taken 2 trunk loads of things to a donate center. I have found an ecologically and environmentally sound recycling for technology center that I took all kinds of stuff to. I have took bins of things to the paper recycle, and things that were confidential I took to FedEx. 40 pounds of paper I paid to have shredded. But I just kept thinking, I know there's more. I know there's more. Well, a friend at Christmas sent me this beautiful picture. It was a picture of a floral bouquet that she sent, and she had this lovely, lovely inscription on it. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll just take it and get it matted and framed because I've shared with you that's one of my favorite things to do. But then I looked around at my walls and I was like, well, where would I put it? And then I thought, well, do I really have the resources to do custom matting and framing right now? Because I made a commitment in other areas. So I started looking around, and here was this beautifully custom matted and framed certificate of something I received 20 plus years ago. It was on my bookshelf, way in the back, with all kinds of books and a little figurine in front of it. You couldn't really see it. And yet, when I went, oh, look at that. And I very carefully disassembled it, and I put in this new piece of art, and I could not believe the shift in energy. I did not realize that that one framed certificate from the past, which had no meaning to me at this moment, was eating up positive energy. Now I have this beautifully framed print. It's hanging on my wall because I also got rid of something else that was a space filler. And it brings joy every moment that I'm sitting in a chair and I just start to meditate. I look at that wall and I have such joy. So I'm like, what kind of stuff is in your environment that's dragging down the energy? It's called Let's Make Space for the New. So again, part of an at-home activity is to get a box and just mark to go on it. You know, right now there's a whole lot of to go. There's parking spaces near restaurants that say for pickup, for pickup, to go, pickup, all that kind of stuff. Just put the box to go. And as you walk through your house each day, find an item that you no longer love, that no longer serves a purpose, and just put it in the box. And then when the box is full, be sure you take it to a donate center. Be sure you get it out of your environment. Now, I can tell you when I walk into my apartment right now, I can feel the space. It feels like there's movement, like you can breathe, like there's new energy coming. And I know that there's even more stuff and things ready to be released. So then that moves us to our third question, and that is, am I willing to see possibility in all things? Now, the description of today's message said, do you know the difference between probability thinking and possibility thinking? So let's take a look. The probability thinking is, there are two approaches in the dictionary. One is that we're looking at the actual likelihood of something happening. And the second definition, or the second approach, is how strongly is it believed in that the event will occur. Well, it sort of sounds like science of mind, but it's not. Because it's based on what is in the external environment. It's based on what we know. By going with probability thinking, we are cutting ourselves off from a limitless resource. That substance, that limitless substance, that infinite intelligence, because we're looking at what is the probability of this happening. Now, if we look at the definition of possibility thinking, what we're really looking at is seeing possibilities everywhere instead of limitation. And it's a choice that we get to make to create a mental atmosphere that is open to the limitlessness of spirit. And so this brings me all the way back to where I started with the term divine discontent and a method for opening up to possibility. And I discovered a term that Alan Cohn uses in his book, A Deep Breath of Life. And he said, moving from scars to stars. scars to stars. Now, if you look at both of those words, the only difference is one letter. In scars, there is a letter C, and in stars, there is a letter T. I'm inviting us to look at the word scars and look at the C as existing circumstances and conditions. They are changeable. We can do something about them. And I'm inviting us to look at the T as truth. What Alan Cohn said is every minus is a half of a plus, waiting for a stroke of vertical awareness. Well, what is vertical awareness? We teach the method of look up to the truth, hold steadfast to the truth. So even in the face of appearances, hold steadfast to the truth. So do not focus on what is. Choose to hold steadfast to that what it is you desire, knowing the limitlessness of spirit, that infinite substance, limitless opportunity, the divine mind that knows all and has all the resources available. We get to choose possibility thinking by shifting our mental atmosphere from holding on to scars to reaching for stars. And as Ernest Holmes says, to desert the truth in the hour of our need is to prove that we do not know the truth. In science of mind, we know God is, I am. God's power is my power. God's presence is my presence. God's love is my love. We teach this, we know it. And so in this case, to desert the truth in the hour of our need is to prove that we do not know the truth. So I'm encouraging us to really embrace the textbook that is being featured this month, to do the homework that Reverend Larry recommended, to move forward this week with doing your what activity, focusing on what, and remembering that the how is God's job. I'm encouraging us to begin to release those old stories. I'm encouraging us to release limiting beliefs. And I'm encouraging us to release stuff and things and relationships that no longer work in our life. And then I'm asking us to hold steadfast to the truth, because to desert the truth in the hour of our need is to prove that we do not know the truth. And I know that that is not true of each of us. So let us pray. Oh, right here in this now moment, one mind of infinite possibility, one mind of infinite substance, one mind, the I am, the creator and sustainer of all life. And it creates from that divine creative pattern of perfection. And I know that my life is an expression of the one. It is God impelling the movement of the one mind to express itself in, through, and as me, a unique and individualized expression of the one. And as that is true of me, I know it is true of each person listening to this message. Each person that is touched by this message, whether it's podcast, YouTube, listening to Facebook Live, each person, an individualized expression of the one. And so right here, right now, I claim and affirm, and I speak my word. I speak my word of truth for and about each person, that there is only one, and it is expressing itself in unique and individualized ways. No one as creation. And that the power to create the fulfillment of our heart's desires already exists, just as our music said today. It already exists within each of us. Each person already has everything they need, and it comes from within. And I claim and affirm a willingness to stop clinging to the old stories that are holding each person hostage, to let them go. And in that place, allow Spirit to rush in a way that renews our strength, revitalizes our vigor, ennobles our being, and brings peace and happiness. And so I am so grateful for the truth that God is all there is, expressing as each and every individual that its power, its wisdom, its substance is the truth of each individual. And I place this word into the activity and action of the law, knowing that it is already responding in a personal way. It is already saying, yes, my beloved. And so with absolute conviction and firmament of mind, together we say, and so it is. Thank you so much for being here today, for I am knowing that each of us is stepping into limitless opportunities. It is available to us. And in this now moment, I am inviting you to share your resources with the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. You know, as we give, so do we receive. So I'm inviting you to say with me, graciously I give from a place of love, knowing that as I give, so do I richly, lavishly, abundantly receive. And I invite you to go to our webpage. There's a PayPal. You can also use your Tithely app. You can send a check if you prefer. It is the address is on our website. Just know that your gifts are lovingly received so that we can carry forth this message of empowerment. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Marilyn, for that message today. Oh, just beautiful. We're featuring again Mr. Jim Solberg on bass and vocals. He's a miracle. Is possible when you believe. Anything is possible when you believe. They can make a mountain move when you believe. They can make a mountain move when you believe. Don't you know that you can change your life when you believe in yourself? When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe, you're gonna make a miracle. When you believe, you know you're gonna make a miracle. When you believe, you're gonna make a miracle. Everything you want, you got. When you believe, you want it, you got it. Everything you want, you got. When you believe, if you want it, you got it. In yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself. When you believe, I believe in you. It's such a miracle. I believe in you. It's a miracle. I believe in each other. It's a miracle. There ain't nothing such a miracle. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. I believe in you. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. It's such a miracle. It's a miracle. It's such a miracle. It's a miracle. It's such a miracle. Whoa! I believe in me. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. Such a miracle. It's a miracle. It's such a miracle. It's a miracle. 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 Woo! Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, LaRhonda, Friends Band. And thank you so much for your gifts to the Portland Center for Spiritual Living. And on behalf of the Portland Center for Spiritual Living, I accept these gifts, knowing that these gifts are received with are given and are received with great love. And that love goes out into the world, bringing forth this message of empowerment. I believe in me. I believe in you. And we believe in each other, and oh yeah, so it is. We're also here for prayer support, so if there's anything in your life where you're needing additional support, our ecclesiastical team is here to support you in prayer. Go to our website. There's a button where you can click, hit prayer request, submit it. It immediately goes to every member of our ecclesiastical team, and we pray on that for an entire week. Just one more reminder that our Friends Band has the Love Offering Concert CD available. It is available for purchase. And remember that, yes, I believe in me, I believe in you, I believe, and we believe in each other. Limitless possibilities. Let's sing.
Our closing song today. Oh, I get to hang out with you, Jim, up here. Oh, it's going to get funky. The truth of who I am, yes. I am love, I am loving, I am love. I am love, I am loving, I am love. It's the truth of who I am. If I forget, Spirit reminds me again that I am love, I am loving, I am love. You are love, you are loving, you are love. That's right, you are love, you are loving, you are loved. It's the truth of who you are. Shine that light near, yes, near and far. You are love, you are loving, you are love. The whole wide world, we are love, we are loving, we are love. We are love, we are loving, we are love. It's the truth of who we are. Shine our lights near, yes, near and far. We are love, we are loving, we are love. You are love, you are loving, you are love. And inward, I am love, I am loving, I am loved. That is the truth. Blessings.
If you happen to be in the Portland, Oregon area, we'd love to have you visit in person. The Portland Center for Spiritual Living is located at 6211 Northeast Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard. We have inspirational services at 9 a.m. and 11 a.m. every Sunday. We also have many programs, classes, and workshops developed just for our online audience. To find out more, go to our website at cslportland.org and look under the Online tab. We have a variety of content dedicated specifically for our online listeners. Our mission is to open hearts, ignite minds, and make a difference. If you'd like to support our center, you can donate online at cslportland.org/donate. Our website is also the place to learn more about what's going on at the center or to contact us. Allow us to become part of your extended spiritual community. Wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are most welcome at the Center for Spiritual Living.